up the rhyme book and read the composition. I can truly give about the competition. I'm in another atmosphere, I'm on another mission. Yeah, you know that boy Logic put pen to page like a petition. You always switching up your whole position.
It's had many names, but only one NFL team over the years. We're at the home of the Dolphins, Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida. Ball is teed up. Chase McLaughlin to do the honors. And we're underway at Hard Rock. Starting from the 5. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's first and 10. Thrown right away, Tagovailoa. Finds his man, Waddle. Juke the defender. A gain of 27 yards there. And it'll be first down, Miami.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
Ready. Whoa.
First down, here's Tua. State. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Back to the line they go. It's second down.
Hey, turbo 2, turbo 2, turbo 1, high, turbo 1, high. Watch it, Oscar. Ow.
Another try following the sack. And he must have overlooked the linebacker there because he was right in the way to swat it away and bring out the incompletion.
With all due respect to some of the great linebackers back in the day, to play the position today, man, you've got to be versatile. You can't just be a come up and stuff the run. You got to play coverage. And these defenses more and more rely on you to break up throws just like that.
Yeah, ready. Ready,
Tagovailoa facing third and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down. Now it's Jake Bailey who's out to punt this for the Dolphins. And this will bring a drive that had some promise to a disappointing end. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Now the first carry for Nick Chubb. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be second and 1.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
And his short game gets them a new set of downs.
You know what I love about that play call? It was simple. Nobody overthinking on the sideline or out on the field. Just an offense going to work and moving those chains.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Again, it's Chubb. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be second and 9.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Alert! Got.
Baker now from the gun. That's caught for the first. Still has some space inside the 35. And in, touchdown Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers start the game off right with a 6-0 lead. And they've loved the scoring production he's brought out of their offense. That touchdown gives him 10 on the season. On is Chase McLaughlin for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Buccaneers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flight. Return starts from the goal line. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Ready.
Back to throw. Here's Tagovailoa. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete. That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. So it's 2nd down coming up.
That's a nice job there by the linebacker. He kind of looks like a cornerback on that, doesn't he? Perhaps those cover guys are going to have a little fun with him in practice this week because he looked like a DB right there, swatting the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Opening carry for Devon Achane. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's going to give the Dolphins a 1st down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
Hey, get set.
On 1st down, here's Tagovailoa. On target to Waddle. A big 34-yard pickup there. And it'll be 1st down, Miami.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Ready.
Here's Achane running right. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that game. Not able to get away from the big Vita Vea. Give them a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
Hey! Out!
Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. That's caught. Devon Achane. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's going to give the Dolphins a 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion. 1st and 10 now. Here's Tagovailoa. Called in by Waddle. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Miami.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in 1 play and keep driving that defense backwards.
And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Tagovailoa now working from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions, from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
This one's caught. And this is down all the way to the 3. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Ready.
Achane. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
After the loss, it's 2nd and goal from the 5.
Go ahead. Ready, set.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And they're headed in reverse after that sack.
A 3-yard loss on the play. It's 3rd and goal.
We've hit the end of one in this showdown between 2 of the league's best. Neither side separating much so far. Back to Hard Rock Stadium right after this. We're back for the 2nd quarter. Dolphins in a real good spot to score.
20 TX. Shot.
They'll run. It's Achane. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. Well, the 5-yard run gets him closer. It's 4th and goal from near the end zone. Jason Sanders leading the Dolphins field goal unit out. Angling this one in from the right hash, the challenge here.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to gift them a drive starting at the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Chubb. And this run is stopped after getting up past the 35. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Second and 4. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
Point it right.
Mayfield now, blitz coming. He has the first over the middle. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
They have themselves another 1st and 10.
Run.
They give inside to Chubb. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Stopped by Chop Robinson. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door to a bigger gap in the future.
Here's Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Their rookie out of Oklahoma there to make that play.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
Fits it through the middle. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's good for a Buccaneer 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Off to play fake. Here's Mayfield. Escapes the... This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. That's caught. Keenan Allen. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the 2 defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7.
Hey, 33.
Mayfield now from the gun. This finds Austin complete. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's good enough for a Tampa 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Here's Chubb up the middle. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Real. Pistol.
Mayfield to throw. The throw is caught. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
McLaughlin's extra point is up and good. And the Buccaneers drive their lead to 11.
Dolphins 3. Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. On the return, here's Tyreek Hill. He's brought down to end that return as we've reached our 2-minute warning. We've hit the 2-minute warning now at Hard Rock. It's the Dolphins taking over on offense. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They kick the running back in motion. Tagovailoa on 1st down. Quick slant taken in by Waddle. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. Clock running. Dolphins will hurry to the line. 2nd down carry for H.A. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Clock running. Dolphins will hurry to the line. Tagovailoa on 1st down. And no luck there, and that throw falls to the ground. Trying to connect with Tyreek Hill there. And it's going to be 2nd down.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
All right. Out.
Throwing again. Here's Tua. He puts everything behind this one. He's got it inside the 25. There it is. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins making a 1-score game before halftime. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. You got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, you can find pay dirt.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, alert 33.
And off to Chubb to start the drive. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
Real.
From the gun, Mayfield. Finds his target, Allen. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers, their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
What's up?
1st and 10, it's Mayfield. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
They'll come up 1st and 10.
Set. Alert, alert! Alert, alert! Hey, alert, alert! Alert, alert! Watch out!
Mayfield with a blitz coming. Catch made by Austin. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. That timeout taken by the Buccaneers, and that's their final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw again. And he hauls it in for the Tampa touchdown. The Buccaneers will add to their lead at the end of the half. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
That one right down the middle. And the Buccaneers drive their lead to 11. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Return starts from the goal line. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he's going to head out of bounds on the return. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down.
21G, 21G.
Looking to throw. He gets it complete to his man, Tyreek Hill. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. One last play before the break.
Get set. Set.
One final shot before halftime. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Sanders all set to send it away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
King. Watch out.
The give now to Chubb. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Brought down that time by Kendall Fuller. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you get runs of that length. It may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Finds him over the middle. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down.
Regular.
Play fake, it's Mayfield. He gets a lot behind one, deep downfield. Wide open, downfield, got it! And they're going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers grow the lead coming out of halftime. George Pickens the touchdown. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They are just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared and, more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep.
Chase McLaughlin, the kickoff for the Buccaneers.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Get safe. Go ahead.
Tua now from the gun. Finds him on the slant. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that's going to give the Dolphins a first down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. They send a man in motion. First down, here's Tua. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Looking for his wide receiver there. So that brings up second down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
44, ready.
Tagovailoa working from the pistol. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here.
All right, come on. All right, fellas, listen up. Ready, set.
Here's Tua again. He lofts it deep left. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on fourth. Sticking to the air, it's Tagovailoa. Throw is caught by the back. And they make the stop. We're going to say at about the 37-yard line. And they make the tackle. I'm not sure that was an advisable gamble in this spot, Brock, as they turn it over on downs. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. First and 10. Chubb on the give, headed left. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few. He got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for second down.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
Here's Baker to throw. Fits it through the middle. Through the defense he goes. Room to burn. And they're going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers can make it a 4-score game as they lead by 24. George Pickens the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. McLaughlin tacks on the extra point. And the Buccaneers continue piling onto this lead.
Dolphins 10. Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him.
Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
Ready, set. Get on.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa has a man. It's Achane. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. Third and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Ready. Out.
Achane on the inside give. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
First and 10 now. Here's Tagovailoa. Pass is hauled in by the running back. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Offense up to the line fast.
That's another Dolphins.
First down, Tagovailoa to throw. Finds a seam down the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
On first down, here's Tagovailoa. Has it at the 7. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Come on, three, kick.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Brought in right side. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
Line of scrimmage once again, that 7-yard line as they get set, second and goal. Again, it's Tagovailoa. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Bynum. And the Buccaneers are going to take over after his 9th interception of the season.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right? You watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six, yeah, it stinks for the offense. But that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
And he gets this beyond the midfield stripe and onto the Dolphins side of the field. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
On the ground, it's a give to Chubb. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go. Baker now from the gun. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got a tackle behind the line, but a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Chubb again on 2nd down. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Tackle made by Jordan Brooks. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's Buccaneer football, and this could be over quickly. This lead huge entering the 4th. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5.
Good. Alert, 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 alert. What's that?
Throwing, Baker. Complete beyond the marker. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Buccaneer 1st down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Chubb. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
The only thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Baker now off to play fake. Oh, they got it. Intercepted along the goal line. Jalen Ramsey comes up with it. And the Dolphins get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Quick slant taken in by Waddle. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
1st down, ball at the 36.
Ready. Out.
Tagovailoa now working from the gun. Able to find Achane. And he'll get it up to the 44.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Ready.
Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. Trying for the deep ball. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
Number 1, high. Set.
3rd and 2. Now Tagovailoa. And this is another incompletion. Couldn't connect with Tyreek Hill. And that brings up 4th and short.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th.
Here.
Here's Tagovailoa again. And on 4th down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Staying between the tackles with Gainwell. And he works it deeper into enemy territory past the 40. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Again, this is Gainwell. Has a lane inside the 25. And he gets this all the way inside the red zone, down at the 19. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that's good enough for a Tampa 1st down. This is Chubb. And he manages to reach the 19 before he stopped. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Handoff goes to Gainwell, running left. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Running it after the penalty. And he cannot shake the tackler along the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and long.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Gotta figure out this 3rd down here. They stick with Gainwell. And they make the play at the 23, a gain of only a little. 3 yards on the carry, and now they face 4th down. Chase McLaughlin now to try the Buccaneers field goal. From the left hash, a 40-yard look. The kick by McLaughlin is good. And that gives them a 28-point advantage.
Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Return starts from the goal line. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
All right. 21G. Out.
Tua now from the gun. He's going deep this time. Big gain downfield. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. 1st down, here's Tua. We've got a screen to the running back. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down. It's the 2-minute warning from Miami. Dolphins trying to do some window dressing. All right, I'll set up now. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Tagovailoa. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. couldn't connect with Tyreek Hill. And it sets up second down. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
To the air yet again, Tagovailoa. Achane reels it in. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. They've got to keep moving quick here. Trying to run it in, Achane. And this is brought to a halt pretty early at about the 8. Keeping that pace going as the clock continues to run.
At the 8-yard line.
Here's Tua. Catch is made in close. And he didn't get much time to secure it as he takes a shot. Good job to even hang on through that catch there. Achane. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. One final shot here. And this won't affect the outcome, but a positive note to end it as he scores as time expires. The Dolphins putting up points in a game decided. Tua Tagovailoa with the touchdown. Now, this one has been a long game, no doubt. But, hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate. And I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
So it's a win for the visiting Buccaneers. And just a week after being soundly defeated, they're back out there playing a much better brand of football. Short memories prevail, Brock, as they move past that loss.